Here's proof. Here's proof of the zaniness of this. I accidentally reanimated the billionaire's Hellhound. I'm going to give you a snippet of chapter 7. And this is Isobel. And the chapter's titled, We Don't Talk About That. And here we go. All right. Isobel didn't slow her march as she burst through the kitchen door of her mother's house. There at the kitchen table, her mother waited, a warm cup of coffee in her hand and another waiting for Izzy. Dropping her car keys on the table in a loud clatter, Isobel's lips stretched into a scowl. Her mother shifted, the glare making her uncomfortable. She forced a pleasant smile on her face. Why the guilty wiggle, Ma, I thought. She was a stocky woman, shorter than Isobel by 2 inches. Her hair short, what once was bleach blonde, had finally become dyed gray in the last few years. As she did every day of her life, her mother had makeup worthy of a photo shoot on and wearing a cute sweater and leggings complete with fluffy house slippers. She always aimed to be the very image of a housewife and mother by any television family standards. The vanity this woman keeps, I thought. But Isobel knew this was just one way her mother's vanity surfaced. Everything came back to how the outside world saw her and the family. It had tortured her entire childhood, haunted every relationship she ever entertained. And now, apparently this was also the reason why Isobel had been sealed and never told of it, despite the countless nights sobbing how she wished she had magic like the rest of her family. As expected, on the table sat the stack of family photo albums and the family tree book that seemed like it belonged in the scene of an Indiana Jones movie. Now, Izzy, her mother articulated, her head and jaw enunciating each syllable sharp and stern. Exactly what happened? I accidentally reanimated the billionaire's Hellhound. Her father choked from the living room, but it was hard to say if it was her blatant response to her mother or the very idea of what had unfolded. And something tells me you know why I was capable of doing that. Well, we just didn't want you growing up like your cousin Mary is all. Her mother glared at her coffee, avoiding the bewildered look on Isobel's face. It was horrible what that child saw, and when she hit her teens, there was hell to pay. Hell to pay, echoing the statement, the whole discussion unraveled in a direction Isobel hadn't expected. You mean my cousin Mary as an Aunt Margaret's daughter? Henry, how much did they owe the Hell Institute after she summoned that untethered army of the undead? Her mother was losing focus and never failed, and panic swelled in Isobel. It was quite a lot. It was a lot, Izzy. They paid Hell a lot, and Mary had to do community service for a long time and had to always have the NRA guard her at all hours, day and night. Wait, I haven't seen Mary since we were in elementary school. Isobel's face scrunched before she took a drink of the coffee, thinking further on the information. And Aunt Margaret, she stopped coming here a few years after that. Her mother nodded, a sobering expression as she tapped her own cup with brows lifted high. About Aunt Margaret. Isobel's stomach twisted. She placed her coffee on the table. What about Aunt Margaret? She pressed, chills rolling up her spine. She can't mean that time when I was... Isobel, we all know it was an accident. Her mother looked pained as she beat around the bush, reaching out to pat her hand. Accidents happen. What accident? Marveled Isobel, wide-eyed as she snatched her hand away. I'm not 8 anymore, Mom. What are you talking about? That day on your 8th birthday? Her mother cringed as she asked, curious if anything would shake loose in her daughter. I'm sure you still remember. Isobel glared at her mother, terrified at what she was implying between her and her aunt that caused a divide in the family. If it were an accident, surely that wasn't the case. If her mother disagreed with Aunt Margaret about how Mary or even her own necromancy was handled, that would be more on point for a proper family divide. After all, her and her sister were very different in every way, including Aunt Margaret being tall and more logical in her choices. Still, the tightening knot in Isabel's chest wouldn't soften as the memories of that day rushed back. How could I not forget? I was so sick after my birthday. Damn it, Sharon, just tell her already, bellowed her father as he turned the volume up of the television. I'm getting to it, Henry, she snapped her mother, her face red as a beet. I remember Aunt Margaret broke her arm. Isabel could feel the weight of dread building on her shoulders. Do you remember how? Her mother baring clenched teeth as she hissed. Oh, no. Isabel paled, remembering the doll Aunt Margaret had given her, how she broke its porcelain arm at that moment. Aunt Margaret had broken her own. The doll. That's right. Sharon sipped her coffee to reward herself inside. No one realized you'd accidentally conjured it into a voodoo doll connected to Margaret. Then you put a seal on me. That night, in fact. Isabel pieced the clues together from there. It made sense how sick she stayed after that, and they kept her out of school for weeks. This whole time. How could you? How could you not tell me, at least when I got older? Oh, gods. Does that mean my other health problems are connected to? Being sterile and having PCOS? I threw caution to the wind and became a wild child because what did it matter? I was told I was never going to be able to have kids anyway. Isabel, I was scared for you, her mother said, as if that was enough for all the tribulation she had endured through high school, college, and now. We had to keep everyone safe. You were ashamed of me. Throwing out her arms, Isabel let her anger rise. Worse, you all have excommunicated for marrying Aunt Margaret. Am I next? Her mother choked, sputtering on her coffee. Izzy, absolutely not. No one even knows or says anything about what happened after the Undead Army debacle at Hell Institute. Sure, I knew she got in trouble for a spell, but no one uttered a word that it was because she had necromancy magic beyond what an average mage had any business possessing. As far as I know, she's been sitting in a federal prison for it. Calm down, Izzy. She's fine, more than fine, her father barked from the other room. There's more, Sharon. He spoke her mother's name in a tone of warning. More. Isabel stared down at her reflection in the coffee as if it might have something to add to this ridiculous revelation. What more is there to tell? Our lineage, her mother rocked in her seat and sat straighter. So that's where I'm going to leave you guys. That's not even the full chapter, but that's what to expect out of this story. Links in the bio. Sign up for the newsletter to be the first for the arc.